with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now here's another carry for Harris. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Now Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Throwing Jones. And the Titan defense steps up here and down he goes. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they've proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to pick up a Patriots 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
first down carry for Harris. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with 4th down and 1. Off the play fake, Jones. Touchdown! Jones finding Nelson Aguilar for the touchdown there. And the Patriots post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Here's Trenton Cannon on the return from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Tannehill. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Matt Judon. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's getting back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Jones on the return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. This one to Bourne, and he's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't fumble, really. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Jones on third down. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Stevenson. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
Now a running play here with Smith. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. They'll try to run with Harris. And he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like?
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Mac Jones scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll make the score 14-0. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Let's go. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just
taking it right down Broadway. 20. Touchdown, Titans. Nick Westbrook-Akine, 75 yards. And the Titans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call a timeout and regroup.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll come to the line here, needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Jones now to throw on third down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Tannehill on 1st down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill under pressure. They got him again. Kyle Duggar, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Cannon now elects to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now Tannehill. This is caught. It's Woods. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Tannehill being chased out left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he fires one that's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll try the right side with Harris, and he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. Now Jones, off the play fake. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Back to throw. Jones. And that'll be complete to Stevenson. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Folk's kick is good, and that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Tannehill. It's caught by Hooper. And they're going to get this up to midfield. A first down carry for Henry. And some room to roam now. Past the 20, 5, and into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the 2nd half, that got done.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Cunningham picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Throwing on second and long. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football.
I'm telling you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Again, it's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. Here's Jones throwing on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Titans have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. That run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
On the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to it? Maybe his rhythm is just off. He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Jones. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk. 17 yards there on 4th down.
Throwing Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Stevenson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Amari Hooker.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Jones.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Amari Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they play this entire game? Not only do they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. Back to throw, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. And they'll get him. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use.